Uparishtadashibhyastvam Yato navatate gata Tato gantashi matstanam Sarvaloka namaskritam Uparishtadashibhyastvam Yato navatate gata Tato gantashi matstanam Sarvaloka namaskritam Uparishtadashibhyastvam Yato navatate gata. Kapus. Tato gantashi matstanam Savaloka namaskritam Uparishtadashibhyastvam Yato navatate gata Tato gantasi matstanam Sarvaloka namaskritam Uparishtadashibhyastvam Yato navatate gata. Mataji. Tato gantasi matstanam Sarvaloka namaskritam Uparishtadashibhyastvam Yato navatate gata. Tataha, thereafter, Ganta asi, you will go. Matstanam, to my abode. Sarvaloka, by all planetary systems. Namakritam, offered obeisances. Uparishtat, situated higher. Rishibhya, then the planetary systems of the rishis. Tvam, you. Yataha, where from? Na, never. Avartate, will come back. Gataha, having gone there. Translation. The personality of Godhead continued. My dear Dhruva, after your material life in this body, you will go to my planet, which is always offered obeisances by the residents of all other planetary systems. It is situated above the planets of the 7 rishis, and having gone there, you will never have to come back again to this material world. Prabhupada by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. In this verse, the word Navatate is very significant. The Lord says, you will not come back to this material world, for you will reach Matstanam, my abode. Therefore, Dhruvaloka, or the pole star, is the abode of Lord Vishnu within this material world. Upon it, there is an ocean of milk, and within that ocean there is an island known as Shvetadvip. It is clearly indicated that this planet is situated above the 7 planetary systems of the rishis, and because this planet is Vishnu Loka, it is worshipped by all other planetary systems. It may be questioned here what will happen to the planet known as Dhruvaloka at the time of dissolution of this universe. The answer is simple. Dhruvaloka remains, like other Vaikuntha Lokas beyond this universe. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur has commented in this connection that the very word Navatate indicates that this planet is eternal. Om Meganati Manandasya Gananjana Shalakaya Chakshurulmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurve Namaha Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pishtaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashatya Deshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasari Gauravakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripasindhubheva Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. So, Dhruva Maharaj offered his prayers to the Lord, and the Lord now is responding to Dhruva's prayers. And he's describing, well, he's telling Dhruvaloka that once he leaves his body, then he will go to Dhruvaloka, a planet which is going to be his. Before that, there was a pole star, but nobody was inhabiting it, so that pole star became Dhruvaloka. And there are a few things in this verse. So first of all, the pole star. We all know the pole star because it's the most shiny star in the sky. It's also called the North Star. So for many years, navigations were made by looking at the star because he's very fixed in his position in the sky. And when you look at it, you know that is north, or you can calculate. I don't know how you calculate, but they can calculate if they're sailing in sea, they look at the North Pole star. It's there, it's shiny, it's bright, and they know how to calculate where to go. So it's pretty famous. And that's the way Krishna tricks us always, that he makes himself famous in ways that are going to trick even the atheists to meditate about him, to contemplate about him in a subtle way, in an unconscious way. So the most bright star in the sky is actually Vaikuntha Loka, inside the material world. It's pretty amazing. And so that star, I was looking at it a bit, searching in the internet, looking in Wikipedia, what do they say about the pole star? And they have all their calculations and so on. But they're saying that the pole star seems to be fixed in one point in the sky. It just seems to be, it's not, because everything rotates around the sun, right? Is that their theory? I think so. Everything rotates. So everything's rotating, but because the pole star is just at that point, straight, more or less directly above the North Pole, or the North, like this, the Earth is spinning like that. So it's just above the north part. So when you look up, it seems like it's fixed, but it's not, just because the position it has in the sky. So that's their theory. And it's pretty funny because we have these ancient books which are so amazing. I mean, the fifth canto just dips a little bit into cosmology and astrology and all of that, but it's pretty vast, the knowledge in the Vedas about all this, about all the planets, about all the stars. So if one wants to research, what are these shiny things in the sky, what is the sun, what is the moon, it's very easy. You just have to open the Vedas, Shishi, Narasimhadev Bhagavana Ki Jai. You just have to open these books and all the information is there and you just study it like a textbook, right? When they go to university, they have textbooks and they study textbooks. But these textbooks that they study in the university were written by mundane people who speculated. All the pole stars, up there in the north, it looks fixed, but it's not fixed. It's just speculation. Somebody decided, they have their little machines, little gadgets, like little children playing games, right? Let's play a game. Let's try and figure out what's this big wild world. when everything is so clearly stated in the Vedas, all you have to do, the textbook has been written, all you have to do is just open it and study it. And we have some Vaishnavas that have done that, like Bhakti Swarup Maharaj, Sataputta Prabhu. They were scientists, and but they were studying the Vedic scriptures from the scientific point of it. And Sataputta Prabhu actually put together, I don't know if anybody saw, but he put together videos of this, the cosmos, how everything is actually working, and you can watch it, you can find it. It's pretty interesting. I don't know, I find it interesting. I always used to look at the sky and, wonder what's out there. And the Vedas, they don't only give us spiritual knowledge, but if we want, they give us also material knowledge. So according to the mundane scientists, the pole star seems to be fixed, but it's rotating like the rest of the stars. If we do a little bit of research from the Srimad Bhagavatam, then we actually find out that the pole star is fixed, actually. Not like the scientists think. So I guess I need to take this with me. There are verses on both sides of the sea. So it is said in the 5th canto that the universe is like an upside down tree, right? And it says that the roots of the trees are up. So we have a tree, and it has lots of branches. I'm not an artist, okay? Don't expect artism from me. And there are leaves on the branches, right? And then there's the root of the tree. So, from what I understood, the root is where the pole star is. This is the Mount Meru, and these are the planets. And so everything is actually rotating. It's rotating, but the pole star is remaining fixed. Okay, so this is one thing. Then we have how many different levels of planetary systems do we have? Mm-hmm. And we are in the middle. So the Earth plane is here, Burloka, right? And you have 6 up on top and 7 in the bottom, ending with the hellish planets, the Pitaloka. Wait, I wrote all those names down because I don't remember everything. So we have Satyaloka. This is Satyaloka. And here we have, who's in Satyaloka? Lord Brahma. And then, do you know what comes now? Tapaloka. Tapaloka, Janaloka. And we have Mahaloka, Maharloka, Svargaloka. We have all the ghosts and spirits and those kind of friendly beings. Bhuvar Loka. And then here we are in Burloka. Right, Om Bur, Burva, Swaha. Burloka. And then we have Attala, Vitala, Sutala, and Mahatala, Ratatala, Rasatala, Eshpatala. So we're here. Janaloka is the 7 rishis, the planets of the 7 rishis, which is mentioned in this verse. And Lord Brahma is here. So this is where I got confused. Because in the verse, it says that the pole star is on top, is above the Janaloka, the 7 rishis. And then in the 5th canto, it even tells the distance. So between Janaloka and the pole star, there's 1,300,000 yojanas, big space. But when I watched this short video part of the video from Sataputta Prabhu where you can see all the planetary systems. So he says the pole star is here in Svargaloka, where this is where Lord Indra is. Fire god, all the different demigods are here. So I'm not going to be able to tell you but how that works. Maybe I misunderstood. But you have Svargaloka. Anyway, you have the pole star. It's fixed in the sky. And then you have all the different planets. And from the pole star, there are invisible strings to the pole star. And while it stays steady in the sky, all the stars are rotating around the pole star like a big chandelier. Prabhupada explains it's a big chandelier, a big celestial chandelier. So it stays, and everything else rotates around it. And that's why it's actually fixed in the sky. Not because of its position according to the earth. Of course, we're always selfish. We think everything revolves around us. So actually, everything revolves around the pole star, Dhruvaloka. And why is that? It's because it's a Vaikuntha Loka. So everything revolves around Krishna, not us. So I'll just sit down again, because I don't have any artistic drawings to do for you today. So it's pretty amazing how Krishna constructed this creation. And if you think about it, if I were to construct something for my children, like I wanted to make them a playground or like their own home, they like to have homes, they like to have this different places to play. I wouldn't just make something boring and put some cement here, I don't know, some trees here, I would make it like really fantastic. If I could, I would probably put unicorns there and magical creatures and things flying in the sky and lots of shining stuff, and probably if they were to be part of it, then we would come up with this totally imaginary things, because it's fun, right? If you create something, you want it to be fun, you want it to be enlivening, you want it to be something special. So because we come from Krishna, then Krishna is also like that, because he's the origin of everything. So when he creates something, he wants it to be fun. It's not going to be boring. So when he creates the universe, then there's a tortoise on which elephants stand, on which it's like completely blind, mind-blowing, but why not? I mean, if you create something, you might as well make something fun out of it. So the universe is like that. And then you have Garbhodakashaya Vishnu sleeping in an ocean, and from his navel goes the lotus flower, a lotus stem, and then there's the flower. Like, who could think about those kind of things? And in the stem are all the planetary systems. It's so, like, amazing, actually. Why not? Why do we think that if something is real, it has to be dry and boring and like mathematical and numbers and squares? No, a lotus flower, and on the lotus flower, Lord Brahma, Satyaloka, and then inside the stem, all the rest of the planetary systems. It's phenomenal, it's spectacular, it's amazing, it's what we want to see, Everybody wants to see spectacular things, amazing things, light shows, pah, 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 pah. And Krishna is creating it, and we're saying, yeah, right. Why not? Why does God have to be boring? Why do we get to be all the fun people and, making fun stuff, and God is this boring person, or light, or nothing, or we emerging into that? So Krishna created the universe, and it's colorful, it's magical, it's full of life. It's every inch and corner of it is living, is interacting, because everything in Krishna's creation is about interactions, actually. So that is how the universe is, and scientists are not able to appreciate it, unfortunately, and therefore they're very dull people, usually very serious. We know the origin of, I think it was like this, and I think they're very serious. They take themselves very seriously. Krishna takes himself not so seriously, and that's why he's so adorable and lovable. So the pole star, it's fixed actually, and around it, like a beautiful chandelier, are revolving all the planetary systems, right? It says here, blah, blah, blah. You will go to my planet, which is always offered obeisances by the residents of all the planetary systems. So everybody's worshipping that pole star, knowingly or unknowingly, of course. In the heavenly kingdom, they're aware that they are revolving, actually offering obeisances by circumambulating it, and practically offering obeisances as well. But we are also showing reverence because we are constantly circumambulating the pole star, which is a Vaikuntha planet. And that is another thing which is quite amazing, is that sometimes we might feel that, where's Krishna, right? We hear about Krishna, we know that we're supposed to worship him and love him, but we can't see him. And then we read that Krishna is in the heart as the Paramatma, Kshirodakashaya Vishnu. But still, we can't see the Paramatma. Okay, he's here with us, he's constantly with us, but I can't see. I don't know. I can try and believe, but I don't know. But then actually, Krishna takes it a step further, and he says, all you have to do is, wake up early at 3 in the morning, or stay up late after 9, now in the summertime. Just look up to the sky and you'll see me. He's there. We can actually, do you get this? We can actually see a spiritual planet. You just have to look up in the sky and you can see a Vaikuntha Loka. Did you ever, I never realized it before. I am actually seeing, with these material eyes, a spiritual planet, a Vaikuntha Loka, here in this body, in this material world. I just have to look up to the sky and I can see Krishna. That is how amazing he is. So we can actually see the Lord, Kshirodakashaya Vishnu, here in this world, in this body. Just have to look up in the sky. So next time, when you're up late or when you wake up early, just look up to the sky and glance at the pole star, and you know that Krishna is looking back at you as Kshirodakashaya Vishnu. He's present here with us. He came into the material world in so many forms. He came as Mahavishnu, from which all the universe, okay, you could say he's still outside, from him come all the universes. But then he went into each one of the universes as Garbhodakashaya Vishnu. And then he went into each universe again as Kshirodakashaya Vishnu in every atom. But then he's also present there in a spiritual planet, which we can perceive. And when the demigods, they're in trouble, there are too many demoniac forces on the planet, they need help. They go to Lord Brahma in Satyaloka and they pray to him, we're being disturbed by these demons, please help us. Brahma is saying, I'm sorry, I can't help, let's go to Svetadvip. Let's go to Svetadvip. Let's go see Lord Vishnu and ask for his help because it's beyond me. And there on the white sand, they all sit and they all meditate together and pray to the Lord. And there's an ocean of milk. And in that ocean, there's an island, Svetadvip. And on that island is Kshirodakashaya Vishnu. He's sleeping on the bed of Anantashesh. And Lakshmi is massaging his feet. But they actually can't see Kshirodakashaya Vishnu. Lord Brahma cannot see him. The demigods cannot see him. It's too far. But they can hear him. They pray to him, they speak to him, he responds so they can hear him, but they can't see him. So even Brahma cannot see the Lord. What to speak of us. But just as Lord Brahma can sit on the silky white sand on the shores of the Milk Ocean and see the Lord's planet, but not the Lord. So we also, insignificant living beings, can sit here on the not so silky white shores of no Milk Ocean, just here, and look up in the sky and see the planet of the Lord. So I think it's pretty amazing. And I'm happy that I got this verse because I didn't realize it before. I heard about Dhruva pole star, it's a spiritual. But when I got this verse and I was like, oh God, another boring verse, what am I going to speak about this? Then when I started reading about it and, realizing what's actually written here, I realized something which actually gave me so much for my life, because now whenever I feel lonely, and I'm like, Krishna, where are you? Up. Just look up, there he is. Hare Krishna in the sky, staring back at me. So I actually can see the Lord with my own eyes. No need to become pure devotee, no problem. Goal achieved, look at the sky. So it's pretty amazing. And if I get some time, I would really like to study more. I always found this cosmology very, very fascinating and always wanted to know. And fortunately enough, Sadaputta Prabhu made it very approachable even for us. So if anybody is interested, you could search for his books or his videos online. There are lots of classes also that he gave. There's a few other books I want to read first, but if I get time, then I would also want to research a bit more about Krishna's creation and how he did it, because it's probably going to be a beautiful trip to I want to figure out all these elephants and the tortoise and all of that, because that's pretty far out. I wonder if there's more explanation for that. So that planet is eternal, Navatate, and Srila Prabhupada is pointing out this point. He's emphasizing this point a few times in the purport, that this planet is eternal. It's a Vaikuntha planet. And then when the universe is dissolved, that planet is not dissolved somehow. Not sure how that happens, but it's probably very magical as well. And it is said in this verse that the Lord says to Dhruva that when you reach Dhruvaloka, when you reach that eternal abode of mine, then you will never come back to this material world again. So for those who have ever had doubt, and Srila Prabhupada also says, once you reach Goloka Vrindavan, you'll never come back to this material world again. And then you hear about Nitya Badas and Nitya Muktas, and you're like, oh, but, well, Lord Vishnu himself is saying here, once you reach the spiritual world, then you don't come back again. So even though we might be eternally conditioned in the sense that from time immemorial, it's not even possible to remember when it started. We have been here in the material world, conditioned. Once we actually reach liberation, once we actually leave this material body and go to Vaikuntha Loka or to Goloka Vrindavan, hopefully, then that's it. We don't come back again. The Lord himself just said here in this verse, you go there, you don't come back. You have to be pretty crazy, I guess, to reach, perfection and then want something so abominable as this material world. Shri Shri Adhishama Sundar Ki Jai. So that's more or less what I had, what I prepared for today. And I don't know if any one of you has anything. Has anybody looked into cosmology before? from the Vedic perspective. You did? In the Oh, wonderful. I should go to the Bhakti College. Yes, please. Do you figure out why it's... do you know why the pole star seems to be in Satyaloka, but actually it's about... Okay. It's a mystery. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Really?
One can show the same model from the perspective of the Earth, and the same numbers you get, and you can show the same model from the perspective of the Sun or the pole star, because it's just the same. You just have different perspectives, and they accepted that, okay, the Vedas, because the Vedas says that this Earth planet is the most important, because this is the best place to come back to Godhead, and also this is the karma loka, how to say, so the word where the people all do the karma, going up or down. So and the Lord appears on this planet regularly, so this is the most important, and therefore the Vedas show the universe from that perspective. And it's okay, and they see it from the perspective of the Sun. So when you say that the pole star is fixed, actually the Earth is also fixed, because it's in one line. So here's the pole star, and here is the Earth, and then everything rotates. So you can say that everything rotates around the Earth, or the pole star is the same, because it's in the same line. And they say that everything rotates around the Sun, but it is just the question where you put the point, where you watch the whole thing. And because if you put your point on the Sun, then everything seems to rotate around it, and it's just okay. Okay.
Yeah, I also heard Sataputta Prabhu say at one point, some time ago when I was listening, that you can look at the universe from different perspective, and therefore you can also, from this perspective, it will look like this, from that perspective, it will look like that. At the same time, I think there's the supreme, I believe, there's a supreme perspective from which the universe can be looked at as a whole. And seeing the pole star being the pole from which everything else rotates, for me seems to be the absolute truth. And then, Okay, then you can come here to the earth and then look at the same system from here and see it from another perspective. The point is that the scientists would have made their lives so much easier if, instead of speculating, they would study the manual as it was given. And unfortunately, when you speculate, you make a lot of mistakes as well. It's nice that this devotee that went to the conference had the experience that they were very accepting of the Vedic, very appreciating. I wonder how they would feel about the elephants, though. Maybe. I guess it's yet to be. I don't know if he presented the elephants at that point. Probably not. It's a beautiful detail. Elephants, come on! The whole universe standing on elephants is an amazing detail, and tortoise, and that's the best part of it. The rest is all boring. And the chandelier. I mean, I love the chandelier. I think it's probably the most beautiful chandelier anybody could have ever seen. The chandelier. Chandelier? What is chandelier in Hungarian? Chandelier. Hogy? Csillag. Csillár. 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 Yeah, csillár. You know, the chandelier. The light, and then you have all those little crystals, and it reflects. But in the middle, there's something that holds the whole construction of the chandelier. Yeah, crystals and light and reflecting each other, and beautiful. Google chandelier. Chandelier. Oh God, don't ask me how to spell. I'm actually pretty dyslexic. I have problems with spelling chandelier. Shandler. Found it? It's beautiful. The universe is one big chandelier. It's kind of that. So there are lines, but they're invisible. There are lines from the pole star to the planets, but you can't see it. They're made out of they're pravaha. Wind, yeah, cords of wind, pravaha. And you can't see them, so it's an invisible chandelier. But when you look to the sky, don't just look at the pole star, look at the beautiful chandelier that Krishna has constructed and appreciate it. Yeah, Krishna is pretty amazing, and he's a jokester. He likes to make jokes, so he makes it fun. Oh, we have Sankirtan results. That's wonderful. Shrimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Transcendental Chandelier ki jai. I have to read it? Oh, okay. Do you go from up to down or from down to up? Anyway, there are just two devotees, transcendental devotees. Mahaprabhu Prabhu, Hungarian, 12.2.1000 English, 12,600 Lakshmi points, 44% people, no, that percent you don't need to do. Altogether, book 6. And Ki Jai. Sorry, I destroyed it for him. And Savisyachin Prabhu, 14,500 Lakshmi points and 11 books. Jai, Haribol. I didn't do anything, so that's pretty amazing. Probably if I would have gone out there, I would also not do anything because I'm a horrible book distributor. But at least I can see the pole star, so I'll feel better about it tonight. Hare Krishna, Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai.